I can't quit. This was my cry. I would say it all the time. I can't quit. I can't quit. I'd be in complete and absolute desperation. I can't quit. There I was on my hands and knees, sobbing like an infant, my entire body trembling. Tears streamed down my face. I begged God out loud over and over and over, why can't I quit? It wasn't just a thought, it was a scream from the depths of my soul. I'd tell myself, I can't quit. I just can't. It was rock bottoms, rock bottoms, rock bottom. Can't quit. It wasn't just a thought, it was a scream from the depths of my soul. I tell myself I can't quit, I just can't quit. The words poured out in broken cries, but no matter how many promises I made to myself, no matter how many prayers I offered, I couldn't quit. I was powerless, truly powerless. I couldn't stop my own arm from reaching the bottle. It was like my body had betrayed me. There was nothing I could do to stop it. My heart, my mind desperately fought against it. It made absolutely no sense. I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to I didn't want to live. I didn't want to live like this anymore for sure. But I couldn't quit. Every time I told myself, just don't do it, just stop, the pull became stronger. I would try. God knows I tried. I made promises to myself. I made promises to Tamara. I made promises. I would look myself in the eye in a mirror and negotiate and beg with myself. I would swear to myself, this time it's different. Looking in the mirror, screaming at myself, begging myself to stop, making that deal with myself, jumping up and down. This is the day. And then all of a sudden I wake up, blacked out, trying to piece together the day before what had happened. When it only seemed like minutes before I was literally looking in a mirror saying, don't do it again. Why? Why can't I quit? I can't describe the hopelessness that came with waking up after another blackout, my body soaked in sweat, my mind racing with anxiety, my stomach in knots, not knowing what I had done, who I had hurt, or where I had been the night before. The shame was unbearable. I would replay in my head over and over, crying, begging, and I couldn't quit. No matter what I did, no matter what things I tried, I have read every book on being a social drinker. I would make deals with myself. I would try to trick myself. But it wasn't just the shame that then took over, it was the feeling of losing time. Sometimes I'd wake up unsure of what happened, not just the night before, but days, sometimes weeks. It's the darkness that swallows every good. It's the darkness that swallows everything good, leaving only regret. And yet, I can't quit. Like I said, I read every book on social drinking, searching for answers. It was all useless. None of it spoke to the war that was inside of me. I would go a couple of weeks without drinking and start to think, maybe I've got this. Maybe this time is different. But then before I knew it, I'm awake, trying to figure out what happened the night before. I'd have a good talk with myself, convince myself it was okay. I would just have one or two, and then I'd wake up. Blacked out from the night before. The cycle was relentless. Hope, failure, regret, repeat. Hope, failure, regret, repeat. Couldn't stop. I wanted to stop feeling this way. I wanted to wake up without anxiety clawing at my chest. I didn't want to feel This pit in my stomach that came from not knowing who I embarrassed. Did I embarrass Tamara? How bad did I embarrass myself? How bad did I embarrass my coworkers? Did I ruin any relationships? Then I just started to lie to myself. I just wanted to stop, but I couldn't. For years, I thought it was in control. I thought if I just tried harder, I'd be able to stop. But the truth is, I wasn't in control at all. Alcohol control had control over me, and I hated it. Again, it was like my arm and my mouth deceived my heart and soul. How it was powerless from here to here, I have no idea. It makes absolutely no sense, but I can't. I can't quit. I hit my breaking point in 2012. I finally admitted that I was powerless. And that's when I felt God step in. It wasn't an instant transformation, but I was in church after spending 2 days in the ER. I went to the ER on January the 9th, 2012, because I was having the shake so bad. I couldn't see, I couldn't think. I tried to concentrate, nothing was working. I went to the ER, they fixed me up, gave me a banana bag with all the good vitamins and everything good possibly that could go into me. A couple hours later, they let me go and I felt great. I went straight to the liquor store. I can't stop. I just can't stop. The very next day, I woke up, blacked out again. Where am I? What happened? I remembered going to the ER. And this morning's worse. It's worse than yesterday. The shakes, the throwing up. I can't see straight. I think I'm having a seizure. I think I'm having a stroke. I think I think my heart's working. I'm not sure. I went back to the ER, but this time I chose a different ER because I was so embarrassed. The first ER I went to was in Flower Mound, Texas. The second ER was in Louisville, Texas. That time, Tamara dropped me off and she picked me up. And when she picked me up, I said, I can't drink anymore. I got to stop. There's more I want to say about Tamara, but I'll say that later. I'll save that for a later chapter and how great, wonderful, and amazing she was as a wife, as a spouse, as someone that never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. We drove home. I did not go back to the store. And then we went to church. And at church, they were doing a 40-day fast. And the pastor at the time said, hey, give up something for 40 days. I knew God was talking to me. I knew God said, give up alcohol. I gave up alcohol for 40 days. But that wasn't the end of it. I thought I could do it for 40 days. Everything is good. Literally started drinking, and that went into about a 9 to 10 day drinking binge, blackouts, not knowing where I was, not knowing what I was doing, not even being able to say my name, put sentences together, anything. But it was 2012 when I hit my breaking point. I finally admitted that I was powerless. And then when I felt God step in, it wasn't an instant transformation. It was the beginning of a journey. God didn't magically lift the burden off my shoulders that day in church because I went back to drinking. He walked with me, though. For the first time, I saw hope, not the kind of fleeting hope I felt after 2 weeks without drinking, but I felt real hope, the kind of hope that comes from surrendering, from finally saying, I can't do this alone. Looking back now, I realize something important. I can't quit was my cry. It was my truth. At the time, it meant I couldn't stop drinking, no matter how hard I tried, no matter what I told myself. But today, those same words mean something entirely different. Now I can't quit is my mantra. It's my battle cry for life. I can't quit on my sobriety. I can't quit on my faith. I can't quit on my family. And I can't quit on my dreams. The pain of those years shaped me into who I am today. It gave me a story that I now use to help others. It taught me the resilience, grit, and the power of surrender. It's the foundation of everything I've built, my sobriety, my business, and my purpose. If you're reading this or hearing this same hopelessness, I want you to know you're not alone. I can't quit became something very powerful in my life. It was a different power at one time, but now it's a power of I can't quit on my dreams, my goals. If I set out to run a marathon, if I set out to build a business, I can't quit. I love the meaning now. I can still feel the crying of I can't quit, the hopelessness, the desperation, but I can't quit. That, my friends, is the beginning of our new book, I Can't Quit. The dual purpose, the dual meaning that it has for my life, and for what it means to maybe you. Maybe you can't quit. And then after that, maybe, just maybe, you can't quit. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. We have 12 chapters I want to read you. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to share. I'm excited to reach out to anybody that feels hopelessness. Their self image is beaten to nothing. I will share that in the later chapters. I used to walk into a room and immediately everybody in that room was better than me. I put them above me immediately. I couldn't quit. Stay tuned. I look forward to talking to you again. I hope this helped in some way when it comes to building my dreams, my career, my faith, my love, my self image, my self worth. I truly can't quit.